Innocent business owners testifying how the IRS seized their bank assets because they thought they were making deposits or withdrawals to evade government reporting requirements. And they're not alone. Their attorney claiming the agency confiscated $43 million from hundreds of innocent small business owners between 2007 and 2013. And Steve says that's the real crime. Steve.
It is. It's a form of, it's obscene. It's a form of naked thievery, grossly violating the spirit of the Constitution and the spirit of the rule of law. And you see it on the state level, too, David, with civil forfeitures. These things should not be allowed. They should be banned immediately. And those owners whose assets received should get triple what was seized.
Ooh.
And the IRS agents are responsible. Fire them.
That would teach them right. Bill, what do you think?
Actually, under my reform plan, the IRS could snatch any money that they felt like snatching, but pursuant to what Steve just suggested, they would have a hearing, find out how much the victim really owed, and then have to return double the difference. Maybe triple. Go for it, Steve.
But, John, the whole point of this is the IRS works so against what America is supposed to be like. You're innocent until proven guilty. They snatch stuff even if you are innocent.
Yeah, one of the singular functions of government in a normal world is that they protect us from fraud and then burglarization from our fellow citizens. How ironic and sad that nowadays it is the federal government and governments themselves that are actually taking our wealth from us. This is so awful.
Bruce, how could we let this happen in America?
Yeah, listen, I'm not wild about civil forfeitures, and it appears that this, got a little out of control from when it was used in the drug trafficking.
I'll say a little out of control, yeah.
But I think there should be some way, if people are ignoring court orders and court hearings, to at least do something with them. But Charlie Rangel said this is the most bipartisan effort he's seen on this committee since he's been there, and that's saying something.
Well, it is, particularly, Rich, since a lot of the policies that Charlie's come out with are very anti-business. And you see these business people, I mean, they've worked hard all their lives. They're decent people beginning to choke up because they can't pay the people that can't afford not to be paid.
Well, that's the thing. You could get double or triple your money back, and all that would be great, but that would take time. It would have to be litigated. Meanwhile, reputations are lost, businesses are lost, and, hearts are broken.
Sabrina, what do you think of this?
Well, first of all, this is being done in the name of sort of civil forfeiture, but really the point of it is to sort of stop potential criminal activity. So if the government wanted to do this correctly, it can seize money in a criminal forfeiture way, which would mean that they have to bring charges up, they would have to have evidence, and it makes it a lot harder for the government. So they're trying to sort of skirt their way around, and if you really look at how much money they're taking, in most cases it's less than $30,000. That does not signal a massive conspiracy scheme or a criminal act. So it's all very suspicious.
Steve, the point is the IRS for years, for decades, has been used by government agencies to do their bidding. And that shouldn't happen. It should just be a collection agency, period, right?
Absolutely. Again, it gets the whole essence of the rule of law. You're innocent until proven guilty. And by the way, it's also a good argument for the flat tax. Strip the IRS of its powers entirely, and that problem won't be there.
Bill, do you think that would happen? And we'd get rid of these problems if we got to a flat tax?
I think I'd love to have a flat tax, but I think we'd have another problem if there were no seizure ability. You'd have Al Capone spiriting his money off to Venezuela before you could stop him.
Well, John, it is true that what distinguishes the U.S., at least from a lot of third world countries, is the fact that people do pay their taxes because they know they go to jail if they don't.
Yeah, but wait a second, Bill. We are not their subjects. This is not their money. The idea that we owe them money so that they can waste it is just offensive. Show me all the good that we get from this government spending.
And Rich, we're getting close to the anniversary of the Revolutionary War, July 4th, when we declared our independence from tyranny. Isn't the IRS going in the opposite direction?
Yeah, it's time for another revolution. Look, Steve is right. Blow up the IRS, replace it with a flat tax of 15 to 20%. Steve's got the right plan. That's what we should do.
Okay. Can't get any better than